Rosas as CEO, Cheryl May Cantiveros as Assistant, Annalisa Curing, Business Partner, Janomy Mangaron and Shane Dolores as Agents, and Ural Ann Cañete as Home Loan Private Lender.
Good morning, sir.
What is normal distribution? Normal distribution, also known as the Gaussian distribution, is a probability distribution that is symmetric about the mean, showing that data near the mean are more frequent in occurrence than data far from the mean. In graph form, normal distribution will appear as a bell curve.
Properties of a normal distribution. The normal distribution curve is bowl-shaped. The mean, median, and mode are equal and located at the center of distribution. The normal distribution curve is unimodal or single mode. The curve is symmetrical about the mean. The curve is continuous. The curve never touches the x-axis. The total area under the normal distribution curve is equal to 1 or 100%. Formula of the normal curve. Once you have the mean and standard deviation of a normal distribution, you can fit a normal curve to your data using a probability density function. In a probability density function, the area under the curve tells you probability. The normal distribution is probability distribution. So the total area under the curve is always 1 or 100%. And this is the formula.
Discrete probability functions. A discrete probability function is a function that can take a discrete number of values, not necessarily finite. This is most often the non-negative integers or some subset of the non-negative integers. Discrete events are those with a finite number of outcomes. Tossing dice or coins. For example, when we flip a coin, there are only two possible outcomes, heads or tails. When we roll a six-sided die, we can only obtain one of six possible outcomes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Continuous probability distribution. Continuous probability distribution, also known as probability density functions. A probability distribution in which the random variable x can take on any value is continuous because there are infinite values that x could assume the probability of x taking on any one specific value is 0. Therefore, we often speak in range of values close parenthesis p, close parenthesis x greater than 0 equals 50.
Linear regression and correlation. Correlation analysis provides information on the strength of direction of a linear relationship between two variables, while a simple linear regression analysis estimates parameters in a linear equation that can be used to predict values of one variables based on the other. Linear regression is a linear model, a model that assumes a linear relationship between input variables x and the single output variable y. More specifically, that y can be calculated from a linear combination of the input variables x.
Today, I am Ural Ann Cañete, your homegrown private lender. What is linear equation? Linear equation is an equation in which the maximum degree of a term is 1, or we can say that a linear equation has only one variable. So a linear equation value when plotted on the graph forms a straight line. Then the general form of a linear equation is ax plus b is equals to c, where a, b, c are constants, and a0, x, and y are variables. For example, x plus 7 is equals to 12, 5 over 2x minus 9 is equals to 1, x over 3 plus 5 is equals to x over 2 minus 3. So equations in one variable is x. So when the linear equation is plotted on the graph, we will get the below figure. What is a nonlinear equation? A nonlinear equation can be defined as the equation having the maximum degree of 2 or more than 2. So the nonlinear equation values when plotted on the graph forms a curve. So the general form of a nonlinear equation is ax squared plus by squared is equal to c, where a, b, c are constants and a, 0, x, y are variables. For example, 3x squared plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. 3x plus 4y is equals to 5. So it is an example of nonlinear equation because equation 1 has the highest degree of 2 and the second equation has variables of x and y. So when the nonlinear equation is plotted on the graph, we will get the below curve. Take note, when talking about linear and nonlinear equation, it is to be understood that the linear equations will have no exponents while the nonlinear equations that are present will contain exponents raised to higher powers than 1.
Linear regression is a statistical method for modeling the relationship between a scalar response and one or more explanatory variables. Simple linear regression is used when there is only one explanatory variable. Multiple linear regression is used when there are more than one. So what exactly is simple linear? The relationship between the two continuous variables is modeled using simple linear regression. The goal is frequently to predict the value of an output variable or response based on the value of input or predictor variables.